Guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here. So just a recap, everything's okay, everything's good. I've just came home to get the dogs walked. Had about 4 hours sleep. But yeah, it hasn't been a great experience, you know. Like you say, we went in yesterday at 2 o'clock to get induced, and there was no beds. There's no beds in maternity, and they were actually moving people to Fife. You know, I can't get my head around that, you know what I mean? But so this is the second time, but she did go into labour last night anyway. And then, you know, it's like the whole point of the inducement was to try and stop her going into labour. I don't know, you know what I mean? I imagine because of her heart condition, that was the whole point of this. And but she's 2 centimetres, whatever that means. And but I know what the machine, the wee things in the machine were going up. So every time there's one for the baby's heartbeat, because they're tracking the baby's heartbeat constantly, and then there's another one for the contractions. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so they were getting really high. They were up into the 80s. You know, I know they go a lot higher, but it was a lot higher. Like the chart was going like quite thingy. It was all around the 20s and all that. Braxton Hicks and all that was 20 to 30s, I think. I'm becoming a bit of an expert, like. And yeah, and then all of a sudden it totally changed. So then we knew she was in labour then. So and then they were like, "There's only one person to stay." You know what I mean? I'm like, we were like, me and my mum were there, and you know, it wasn't for her. You know what I mean? So I know her mum wanted to stay there, and it wasn't for neither one of us. You know what I mean? So we both agreed that we would get a couple of hours sleep. So we came up the road and got a couple of hours sleep. So. We're going to be going back shortly. I'm constantly on the phone to her. Everything's good. She's really happy, relaxed. She was a wee bit stressed out last night. Face was really red, but you know, they give her painkillers for the pain and stuff like that. So all good. Everything's all good. Just a bit disappointed that like there's no beds again. You know, this is one of the major hospitals in Scotland. You know what I mean? And they're having to move pregnant women about the place, and like they even wanted to send her home last night. You know what I mean? And but. Honestly, I don't think if they knew exactly what was going on with Katie, you know, but she was in some neck, her face was bright red, and she was struggling, like, you know what I mean. But that was just it really starting to kick in, and you know, and then they were saying like you could go, you could have went home, you know what I mean, as if to say she'd made a mistake by staying there. You know, geez, oh man, she couldn't have moved. Wouldn't want to move out of there. It would have been too much for her to deal with, you know what I mean? You know, going in, getting all settled, and the bed, all the monitors, everything ready to go, and then saying, hey, you're home again. You know, that would have been enough to stress her out, you know what I mean? So I don't think one end knows what the other end's doing right now, and I don't think they knew the full what was going on with Katie, and the whole point of her being there at 2 o'clock. And I understand they couldn't induce her, so if they didn't need to induce her, I understand that. I get that bit as well. But then whenever she really started having the stomach, like, she's totally changed. She's the baby's coming. Whether they like it, inducement, whatever, the baby will be here thing. I can tell that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm not an expert in this, but the baby's on her way, you know what I mean? And they can feel the heads right there and everything, and like, you know, mate. I'm not as worried as I was yesterday, I have to say that. I'm a wee bit more relaxed today. I don't know if it's just because I've had a few hours sleep and I feel a wee bit more fresher, or if it's because I spoke to Katie and she sounds really bright and breezy compared to last night. You know, it was really difficult leaving her, so it was. And then the worry, you know, trying to sleep with the worry. And then this morning I woke up 5:30, like, waiting for the message her a couple of times, no reply, and all sorts of things were going through my head, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just a relief to know that she's okay. Spoke to her about half an hour ago. So yeah, I'm really, really, really relaxed. So I'm just letting you know, I'm just at I'm not going to say where I am because that sign's just come up, but anyway, I'm back at my bit, you know what I mean. I just don't want to put any of my friends' businesses and give them any problems. But yeah, I'm back at my bit, obviously dealing a bit with the dogs. Going to grab a coffee and then take the dogs a good wee walk and get them all sorted so they're nice and relaxed and chilled out this afternoon or all day when they're in the house. And then it's heading back to the hospital, you know what I mean. And yeah, all good, everything's good, you know what I mean. So no worries, guys. As soon as I know, you'll know. So that's all I'm gonna. Can't bring any other content, obviously. Loads of stuff that I'm seeing, you know what I mean. Like, oh my god, terrible thing happened in Ireland by a boy got gang, you know what, you know. And geez, oh man, the people came out and had a vigil for him. You know, a vigil. You know what I mean? This is how bad it's getting in Ireland. You know, it's like you got to understand. This is a young boy got gang raped. I'm gonna say it. He did. You know. And I'm not going to bring any hatred to the platform today. Just research it, guys. Google it. Just Google it. Boy gang raped in Ireland. You get all the information you need, you know. But it's just non-stop at the minute. There's other things as well, but you know, yeah, there's other things happening. It's just too horrific to keep bringing to the platform all the time. So I hope you don't mind. It's not going to be much news, guys. I'll point you in a direction so you know what's going on in the world, in our country, because Ireland is our country as well. I'm just going to say that now. Like, you know, I love the Irish as much as I love Scottish, Wales, and thingy. And it would be great if we could all come together. I know a lot of Irish people are like, well, you know what I mean, the old unionist in you, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's nothing like that. Absolutely nothing like that. But yeah, guys, listen, all my love to yous, and please just keep praying for us, you know, and because we've always got God on our side, and that's what makes me so strong and able to carry on in life the way I do. And that's the secret to my success, if you want to call it that. Being here and talking to you is a success. So yeah, God is the secret to that. There's no two ways about it. So God bless every single one of you.